The year was 1965. A lone figure arrived in the bustling metropolis of New York City. He was Srila Prabhupada, a 70-year-old monk from India. He carried with him ancient wisdom and a heart filled with compassion. Little did anyone know this unassuming arrival would spark a spiritual revolution. Srila Prabhupada had come to share the message of Krishna consciousness with the Western world. It was a daunting task. He was alone, elderly and unfamiliar with American culture. But Prabhupada possessed unwavering faith and determination. Srila Prabhupada wasted no time. He began holding lectures in a small storefront on 2nd Avenue in Manhattan. He played traditional Indian instruments and chanted ancient Sanskrit mantras. His message was simple yet profound: love, compassion, and devotion to God. He spoke of the importance of chanting God's names, vegetarianism, and living a life of service. People from all walks of life were drawn to his wisdom and charisma. Hippies, artists, seekers, they all found solace in his teachings. Srila Prabhupada's journey began decades earlier in the vibrant city of Calcutta, India. He was born Abhay Charan De into a devout Vaishnava family. From a young age, Abhay was immersed in the rich spiritual heritage of India. He was fascinated by the stories of Krishna, the playful and compassionate incarnation of God in Hinduism. His father, a successful businessman, instilled in him the importance of education and service.
My father always said that education and service to others are the pillars of a meaningful life.
Abhay excelled in his studies. He attended Scottish Church College in Calcutta, where he studied English, philosophy and economics. He was a bright and inquisitive student, always eager to learn. During these formative years, India was undergoing a period of intense social and political change. The movement for independence from British rule was gaining momentum. Amidst the turmoil of the times, Abhay's spiritual life took a profound turn. In 1922, at the age of 26, he met his spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakura. Bhaktisiddhanta was a renowned scholar and a prominent figure in the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, a branch of Hinduism focused on the worship of Krishna. This encounter would forever alter the course of Abhay's life.
Abhay, I see in you a deep spiritual yearning and the potential for greatness.
Bhaktisiddhanta recognized Abhay's intelligence, sincerity, and deep spiritual yearning. He saw in him the potential for greatness. Bhaktisiddhanta initiated Abhay into the practice of Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion. He instructed him to study the ancient Vedic scriptures, particularly the Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam. These texts, Bhaktisiddhanta emphasized, held the key to understanding the nature of God, the soul, and the purpose of life. Abhay embraced his spiritual practice with fervor. He became a devoted disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta, dedicating himself to studying and spreading his guru's teachings. Abhay was particularly drawn to Bhaktisiddhanta's vision of a world united in love and devotion to Krishna. Bhaktisiddhanta had a strong desire to share the teachings of Krishna consciousness with the West. He saw the material prosperity of Western nations, but also sensed a spiritual void. Bhaktisiddhanta entrusted Abhay with the mission of spreading Krishna consciousness to the English-speaking world. It was a daunting task. Abhay was not a wealthy man. He was a family man with responsibilities, yet he accepted the challenge with humility and unwavering faith. He knew that his guru's words were his life's calling. Section 5. Navigating uncharted waters. For years, Abhay diligently prepared for his mission. He honed his knowledge of the scriptures. He began translating sacred texts into English, starting with the Bhagavad Gita. He also wrote and published articles on Bhakti Yoga. In 1944, he founded a magazine called Back to Godhead to further disseminate these teachings. In 1959, at the age of 63, Abhay took the momentous step of renouncing his worldly life and embracing the life of a full-time monk. He was initiated into the renounced order of Sannyasa and given the name A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, as he was now known, felt the call to the West growing stronger. He secured passage on a cargo ship bound for New York City. The journey was arduous. He suffered from seasickness and loneliness, yet his spirit remained unbroken. He spent his days chanting mantras, studying scriptures and writing. He had faith that Krishna would guide his path. Section 6. A temple on 2nd Avenue. Upon arriving in New York City, Srila Prabhupada faced immense challenges. He had little money, no contacts, and he was unfamiliar with American culture. He rented a small storefront on 2nd Avenue in the East Village and began holding lectures and kirtan, or devotional chanting sessions. His message resonated with many young people who were disillusioned with materialism and searching for spiritual meaning. They were drawn to his authenticity, wisdom, and message of love and devotion. Srila Prabhupada's message transcended cultural boundaries. He taught that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, the source of all creation. He emphasized the importance of chanting God's names, following ethical principles, and developing a loving relationship with Krishna. He stressed the universality of these teachings, stating that they were meant for everyone, regardless of race, religion, or background. Section 7. Spreading the message of Krishna. Srila Prabhupada's movement began to gain momentum. He attracted a small but dedicated group of followers who were eager to learn and serve. Together, they rented a larger apartment, which became the first temple of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, or Iskcon. Iskcon, more affectionately known as the Hare Krishna movement, was formally established in 1966. Srila Prabhupada's teachings were based on the ancient Vedic scriptures, particularly the Bhagavad Gita. He presented these teachings in a clear and accessible way, making them relevant to modern audiences. He taught that the soul is eternal and spiritual, and that the material world is temporary and illusory. He emphasized the importance of developing one's relationship with Krishna through devotional practices such as chanting, prayer, and service. He also stressed the importance of vegetarianism, non-violence, and ethical living. Section 8. A global spiritual family. Srila Prabhupada's message resonated with people from all walks of life. He inspired countless individuals to dedicate their lives to Krishna consciousness. He traveled tirelessly, spreading his message throughout the United States and around the world. He established temples, farm communities, and educational institutions. He initiated hundreds of disciples who took vows to follow his teachings and continue his mission. Srila Prabhupada's movement faced its share of challenges. There was criticism from some quarters who viewed it as a cult or a fad. However, Srila Prabhupada's unwavering commitment to his guru's instructions and his compassionate nature shone through. He emphasized the importance of love, tolerance, and respect for all beings. Section 9. Nourishing Body and Soul. A key aspect of Srila Prabhupada's mission was addressing the suffering he saw in the world. He believed that true spirituality encompassed caring for the needy and providing relief from hunger. Under his guidance, Iskcon established Food for Life, a program that continues to this day. Food for Life provides free vegetarian meals to the hungry and disaster-stricken worldwide. Srila Prabhupada viewed food distribution as a sacred act of service to God and humanity. He established Iskcon's vegetarian ethos, not merely as a dietary restriction, but as a compassionate stance against animal suffering and a means of promoting peace. Section 10. A Legacy of Love and Devotion. Srila Prabhupada left an indelible mark on the world. He revived the ancient tradition of bhakti yoga and made it accessible to a global audience. He empowered individuals to connect with their spiritual essence and experience the transformative power of Krishna consciousness. He left behind a legacy of love, devotion, and service that continues to inspire millions around the world. His books have been translated into over 80 languages and are considered modern classics of spiritual literature. Srila Prabhupada's journey from Calcutta to global spiritual leader is a testament to the power of faith, determination, and compassion. He showed that even in the midst of a materialistic world, the human heart yearns for spiritual connection. His life and teachings continue to inspire countless individuals to seek a deeper meaning and purpose in life.